Hello, everyone, and welcome to the greatest podcast you've never heard of. That is, of course, the Jazz Zodiac podcast, the podcast that has no agenda and no real script, as far as you know. This is the podcast that finally upgraded to the iPhone 16 and is regretting not getting the 16 Plus. It's so small. I upgraded from a 14 Plus. What can I say? Instant regret. Um, Doing things a little differently today. I will have Charles and JP on, and I will have their links to their shows in the description below. So you can like, subscribe, and follow their shows as well as mine, and I'll give mine out here in a bit. Um, First things first, next weekend is going to be Memorial Day. We decided as we were recording that we would not have an episode next week. We're going to take the time off, going to enjoy time with friends, family, some much needed catching up on sleep because it's been a pretty crazy couple of months. So there will not be a new episode next week, but going forward, we will be doing a weekly show talking about both Raw and SmackDown. And if there is a PLE, then we will definitely do a prediction, a quick prediction, and then a review of the show after the fact. So this is turning into a weekly show. This is something I probably should have done from the very beginning when I wanted to do wrestling podcast, but it is what it is. We are here. Again, we'll be doing a weekly show. I will be mixing it up here and there. I'll still do the movie reviews. I know Superman and Fantastic Four are coming out soon. I'm going to try to get people on board to do that show. I was going to do, excuse me, I was going to do a Star Wars podcast next weekend, but it made sense not to have one only because of the holiday. Sorry, my throat is really scratchy, so I'm going to take a drink here. And no, it's not alcohol for you people watching on YouTube. It's tea, sweet tea. Um, I was supposed to debut the hot take last episode. I totally fucking forgot. So I'm gonna. We've already recorded the episode with Charles and JP. That's done. I'm now doing. We'll do the intro and now I'll do the hot take, and I will do that today before I go do anything else. That way, it's done. Um, but I want to say to everybody out there, if you're new to the show, thank you, welcome. We're glad you're here. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all of the socials, and I'll give those out here in a bit. And if you're a returning customer, we thank you for being here. You are greatly appreciated. Um, Still promoting Apex Championship Entertainment. I don't know when they're filming again, but you can find previous episodes of Apex Uprising as well as the Horoscope, which is a interview show that I do for the company itself. Um, just search Apex Championship Entertainment on both YouTube and Facebook, and you will find all of the episodes. It's still fairly new. We're still up and coming. I believe they have a live show coming up in September. I don't know if I'll be there for that. I'm still up in the air about that, if I'm going to be there. But as more information comes out, I will put it out as best I can. Um, and I had a thought, and I totally fucking lost it. This is the beautiful thing about not having a script in front of you because your mind goes everywhere. Um, but like I said, we won't be doing a Raw or SmackDown or even Saturday Night Main Event review this week, which sucks, but it's a holiday. You know, I myself will be watching Mission Impossible next Thursday, so that'll be fun. Um, but again, thank you for being here. If you don't know where to go to find, just Google the Jazz Zodiac podcast. You will find um, the Spotify page, the YouTube page, and also the Facebook page. Um, but I also have in the description down below the link tree that has links to all of the places that I have the podcast. Of course, Spotify, YouTube, um, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, and I believe it's still on Amazon Music. I don't really promote that one that much. And of course, the Facebook page and the TikTok page. I'm going to be putting more content on there as well. I did recently put on the first comment that I had. Oh shit! I got to sneeze. Oh boy. Phew. Oh shit. Oh, I have to edit that part out. Shit, I did not expect that sneeze. But yeah, just like, subscribe, and follow on those pages. I'm currently, last I looked, at 71 followers on the Facebook page. I want to get that number higher. I would love to get to 100. Love to get to 100 on everything. Spotify and YouTube are the two major ones, the two big ones that I'm actually more invested in than the other ones. But I would like for, if like a video, it definitely helps. It definitely puts the algorithm, that's a big word, out there to get it out to more people. That way I get more views. And I'm all about trying to get more views, still very minimal, but I would appreciate it if I got some more. So spread the love, share the love, and get it out there. And without further ado, I'll be back momentarily, and we will have Charles and JP as we talk about some news stories, and a little unorthodox this episode. The first news story is a little outside of the genre of what we talk about, but it's still near and dear to me, so I definitely wanted to talk about it. But stick around. We'll be back momentarily as we review Raw, SmackDown, and some WWE news and the unorthodox news story. So stick around. I'll be right back. Once again, I totally fucked up there. I'm gonna edit this out because I fucked up. I had an idea, and everything went really quiet. You know what I mean?
We need to sack you again, sir.
I may keep it in just because it shows how real I am. I don't fucking care. Anyway, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the big fuck up. Actually, I am the
No argument here.
Oh, no. I'm going to mute your mic here in a minute. And once again, I have my cohorts back with me from last week. Of course, we have over here on this side the creator of the Psycho Nerd podcast, none other than John Parker Fanning the First.
No!
Wow, the crowd doesn't like you for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
Bunch of haters.
Yeah. And of course, my co-host back once again, Mr. Charles Richardson, the creator of the Charles Richardson Show. That's not really fair. He gets the applause and he gets the boo, but then again, I've known him longer. So
you're my brother. I kind of expect that from you at this point.
You know what? If I wasn't doing it, I'm not doing my job.
I take everything.
That's the old adage. I can fuck with you all day, but if somebody else does, I'm gonna fucking punch him in the fucking throat. That's just the way it is.
I take this as an opposite. If it's going to be family related, I know you just fucking joshing him, and I'm the one getting the booze, and he's actually the one getting the cheers. So that's how I take it.
That's a way to look at it.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Oh, God. Delay.
Joshing him.
So much delay.
Way too late.
Yeah, I know. That's my fuck up. We're gonna go a little bit. Battle of sound effects today. And it's cool having my TV right here because I have my computer hooked up to it, so I can see the topics that we can talk about. We're gonna go a little off topic on the first topic of discussion today. I can't speak for Charles, but I know my brother and I both are from the hometown of Whataburger. We love our Whataburger. Charles, are you familiar with Whataburger?
I have eaten at Whataburger twice in my whole life, and I didn't have a bad experience. It was up there in Pasco County, which is a part of the Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
And I was able to go ahead and scarf down some burgers right before they shut down. So,
that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? We only had like, a few Whataburgers, and one was close by, and the other two were Tampa, like an hour away, St. Pete. Whatever. But I didn't have a bad experience. I mean, the fries were like shoestrings. I mean, I didn't care for them, but
really,
the burgers were great. The burgers are good.
I like the fries.
Their fries are good, especially if they heavily salt them. They're really, really good when they have a lot of salt on them. That's just me, though.
I feel that's the way with a lot of things. That's why McDonald's heavily salts them anyway.
Oh God, I can't go to McDonald's anymore.
Like some fries.
I avoid McDonald's like the plague these days if I can. Seriously,
but
fan.
The reason I bring up Whataburger is there was a news story that popped up a couple days ago, and up until a couple days ago, we were going to talk wrestling. but this is so near and dear to me, I need to talk about it, is that there's a man in Houston that is suing Whataburger because they put onions on his burger. Onions are part of the burger. He apparently asked for no onions because he has an allergic reaction to them. I get that. I have a pickle allergy. I totally get that. But he ended up getting them anyway, and now he's suing them because they put them on the burger. Now, my thought process is when I say I don't want something on my burger, especially if I'm in the drive-thru, is I'll park in the parking lot and I'll go, especially if it's a spot that I know will fuck up my burger, not just Whataburger, but any fast food. I'm looking at my shit, making sure it's good. So
always check it before you eat it. I agree.
Exactly. You make sure that it has exactly what you asked for or didn't ask for is not on it. So we were talking about this before we were recording, and Charles, you went on a rant. So I'm gonna let you pick up the rant where you left off. Please enlighten us with what you were saying before. I want to hear this.
So I can't pick it up where I left off. Otherwise, nobody would know what the fuck.
That's a good point.
So let me go ahead and start over with. So the only reason you would sue somebody is if they neglected to go ahead and provide your request, especially if it is a health thing. Now that you clarified that he did ask for no onions, at least that's what the statement is. He did ask for no onions, and he still got onions anyway. Then it's like, okay, now suing, I don't know if I'd sue. I don't know how, because again, it's going to be a he said, she said shit. If you ate the burger and you ended up in the hospital because of the reaction, I think there's a claim there. But if not, there's not really a claim that's just like, you fucking morons. I asked you for one thing less on the goddamn burger, and you can't even do that. You probably wiped your balls on the bun before you slapped it in there and wrapped it up. I'm sure it's what happened. Why is this fucking hair inside my burger? It's small. It's gray even, so it must be an old man working back there.
Ew.
Old man balls back there. Come on now. All I want was no onions. If you want to go ahead and give me pubes, hey, listen, consider it a bonus. I don't know. But no onions. I'm going to go ahead. I may puke from the pubes, but not the onions will make me deathly ill. So I could survive the pubes without the onions. And that's the thing. It's like when you're going in fast food, you're right, Josh. You need to go ahead and check everything because Wendy's, I'm not allergic to onions. I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't like onions either. I get that.
I always say no. Now, for some fucking reason, and I don't get it, I'm not really disturbed by the dehydrated slivers of onions that go on a Big Mac or a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. I don't understand. I'm not fazed by it.
Yeah.
But I can't stand the onion rings that go on the Wendy's burger, even this cut very, very tiny. I can't get it. It's the crunch factor, the flavor factor. I don't like it. So there was a couple of times I ordered burgers from Wendy's and I said no onions. I bite into it thinking, oh, it's a pickle. No, it's not. It doesn't taste like no fucking pickle. This is an onion. There's an onion. So now I'm paranoid, like you had mentioned before we went on there. Pulling to the side, checking my burger before I bite into it. Yep. All right, no onions, good. So they've been doing much better.
Yeah.
Old man balls, is this Big Daddy or what?
I will say this though, if you are rubbing your dick and your balls on a burger, I know we call that from under cheese, but would that be aged from under cheese?
Definitely.
And
I see you're on cue.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was on cue that time. Jay, what do you want to add to that? I mean, my thing is pick your fucking food. It's that even if I go to this spot and they always get it right, you burn me one time, that's all it takes.
I agree. You always check the food no matter what. Yeah. Always make sure that everything is the way it should be, because otherwise, if you bite into it, how do you have to notice right away that there's something wrong with it if, something is on it that wasn't supposed to be there versus something that isn't there. I told you about that one blunder that we had years ago with the chicken sandwiches, me and the old man.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually thought about that when I was looking at this story. That was the first thing that popped in my head is how Dad overreacted about forgetting Granted, they forgot the chicken of the chicken sandwich,
which is messed up. I mean, how do you make that mistake? Like, we got those barbecue sandwiches. We got home. Thankfully, we live right across the street from that old apartment. So it wasn't like we were far away. But we opened it up and it's like, okay, so you got the barbecue sauce, you got the cheese. How the fuck do you forget the chicken strips? Like, how do you make that mistake? How does that happen?
It's almost like watching Good Burger again, if you've ever seen that. I ordered a burger with nothing on it, so I gave you a bun. That's it. There's nothing on it.
See, that's like, when I gotta, welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Might take your order.
It's like, I just don't understand how you make a mistake like that. But somebody saying, I don't want onions, and somebody puts onions on it. Okay, obviously that's a screw up. I don't know if it's because a person did it on purpose because they're a dick, or they just made a mistake and forgot there wasn't supposed to be any freaking onions on it. Yeah. So, well, that's I mean, there's no way to tell at that point. Like you said, it's a he said, she said kind of situation. Okay, somebody fucked up, but
now I do know this one thing. I do know this is that on a lot of fast food, I know McDonald's and Burger King. I know they do it, and I haven't really checked Wendy's. But I know when you do order something, a change of it is on the receipt. Yep. So if it does,
that's true.
Yes. So if it does, there has to be some accountability. There really does. If it's on the receipt, and obviously you made it and you get it, and it's still fucking onions on it, and you can prove that you're allergic to it, guess what? You have a fucking claim.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with that.
See, that's a thing that would be settled out of court. Maybe if there was any kind of medical illness to it, okay, fine, cover those bills. But suing for millions, you're fucking stupid.
I wouldn't go that far, man. That's just taking it too far.
It's as simple as checking your fucking food. If I'm the judge in the seat for that fucking whatever, you're fucking stupid. In the court, you're fucking dumb. Check your fucking food. Lesson learned. Court adjourned. You're done. You get nothing.
Let me counter this story and this comment with another story that I'm very close to. First off, it's Disney. There was a lady, a mom, who sued Disney because she had abrasions because of the wave at Typhoon Lagoon.
What the fuck?
Are you fucking serious?
If you've never been to Typhoon Lagoon, what happens is you have a wave pool. And it's not this wave pool where there's swells. No, this is a fucking 6-foot wave that goes ahead and matriculates down the whole pool.
Yeah.
You're aware of it. Oh, I wasn't aware of it. They sound alarms and do fucking boat whistles and everything like that.
Yep.
And she's suing them, I think, for $15 million.
Fuck you. You're fucking stupid.
$15 million because she got scraped because she was not prepared for the wave.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, first off, and by the way, it's added that her husband is a lawyer. Well, listen,
of course.
That's typical.
If your husband's a lawyer, he should know that you're fucking stupid.
Not just that, but you really shouldn't be defending your spouse. That's the conflict of interest at that point, Sorry.
It's just so and it's like this right here. Okay, fine, you got scraped up. Be prepared next time. Mm-hmm. There is warnings and signs and everything there that says there's big fucking waves here. Please be careful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not 15, $2 million. I just pulled up the story. $2 million.
$2 million is still a lot of money.
By a mammoth wave. Yeah, every fucking 15 minutes is a mammoth wave.
You want to know why? Because it's fucking Disney and they'll pay it. That's the fucked up thing. She knows they'll fucking pay it.
See, and that's what's wrong with this country. Too many people suing for dumb shit. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
All I'm going to say, going back to the Whataburger before we move on to the next topic, is that motherfucker should have checked his burger. If there were onions, take them off. If there wasn't, he should have taken a fucking bite and said the following words.
Mm-hmm. This is a tasty burger.
Bottom fucking line. Fuck that dude. I'm sorry. And I'd be willing to bet it's not even a dude in Texas. It's Houston. Never mind. It's fucking Houston. Of course.
Said Houston. Yeah.
It's Houston. Of course it's Houston. Fucking hate Houston. Hate Houston so much. We have family there. I love them. If they're watching and listening, I love you guys to death. But y'all live in this shitty fucking city. And I say that because I'm from Corpus, and that's even shittier. So I get it. So
what was that line from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas about that stinkhole you call Houston?
Houston, yeah, definitely. I don't have the soundbite to move on, so we'll just move on to the next topic. We got the person formerly known as Ricochet in WWE, who's now in AEW, is kind of like a Twitter war with the fans, including myself. I've been trying to get myself blocked on his Twitter for at least a month now, and it's not come. It hasn't happened yet. I'm this close.
It'll be your 50th block, right?
No,
he still needs to expand his fan base. That's why.
Well, he doesn't have any fans. That's the thing.
That's the thing. So why block you?
Yeah, if I'm hating on him, fuck him.
Oh, he finds ways to get blocked by celebrities. He does. He's been doing it for years.
I got Kevin Owens blocked me a couple of years back. It was a picture of him and his wife, and I forget what the caption had said. And I'd commented, man, it's nice to know that Kevin Owens is not only good at wrestling, but is also good at photoshopping pretty women in this picture. And it was his actual wife, and I got blocked.
You're such a bitch, man.
And when it happened, I'm like, okay, I'm not even upset about it because I don't even like Kevin Owens anyway. Fucker cheated to beat Cena at the Elimination Chamber. Fuck that guy.
I was there, and
you're done talking. We're going back to the next topic.
That was clean. You know damn well it was clean.
Ricochet says that AEW is better than WWE, and the haters are delusional. Jay, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't really know, man. I got nothing on this one.
I mean, I did for a time, just like you did, watched AEW, and it was a decent product for what it was.
It really was. But I mean, sitting there and trying to compare the two companies because you used to be in one, now you're in the other one. It's like, kind of, keep that shit to yourself. If you feel like it's better over there, good for you. If you're happy there, God bless. That is awesome. But don't sit there and take shots at the company that you used to be with because, the tyrant that used to be in charge did things a certain way that people weren't too happy about. I mean, things have considerably gotten better since Triple H took over. We can all agree with that, I think.
Yeah.
So,
100%. Yeah.
I mean, whether or not he ever goes back to WWE, I really don't care. It's like, you know what, dude? You got a job. You're happy with what you're doing. And is Samantha Irvin, is that his girlfriend or wife now?
This is his wife now.
That's his wife. So they're both there, and I'm sure they're both happy with what they're doing. Good for them. But we don't have to take shots at the previous company.
I look at it like this. The man can't even cut a fucking promo to save his fucking life, and he's talking shit about how the product is better in AEW than WWE. I'm sorry. No. Fucking
I don't know. I mean,
I'm sorry. The backbone of any wrestling promotion is cutting a fucking promo. If you can't cut a promo, you ain't worth shit.
Well, it's like when Cena called out Reigns years ago. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, called him out on TV like, come on, dude. You need to get better at this. You need to do it. Come on. And
that's why he got Paul Heyman. That's why Brock had Paul Heyman. He didn't have to cut a promo. Paul Heyman do it for him. Charles, what do you think?
Who's Ricochet?
You know what? I have a response to that.
Good answer.
Oh. Ricochet. I only know Samantha Irvin.
What do you think?
Got you the fox.
Oh, she's gorgeous, dude. She's gorgeous. And I love the way she used to announce in WWE. I miss that shit.
Chelsea Green.
Am I the only one that misses that shit when Chelsea Green comes out? I mean, I miss it so much.
It was actually part of her entrance music at one point in time. I guess until they changed it for the United States of Chelsea Green. But who the fuck is Ricochet? Yeah. And I'm not saying because I don't know him. I'm well aware of the character that he plays, and that's just a general wannabe superhero. And honestly, he's got some great moves. He's talented. He really is.
He's just not over in the crowd. That's all it is.
But listen, you want to go ahead and pick a fight with WWE because somebody went ahead and just randomly said, "Oh, you went from 15,000 people watching you to 2,000 people." Listen, AEW sometimes gets 4,000, 5,000. You know, sometimes they sell at the bar that they're in, but in all fairness, you know, if the product is better,
Wow.
why isn't AEW more watched and more talked about? You take a look at the person who's best in the mic there. Who is it? MJF?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
By far. The
You
best.
take, you take a look at him, and I listen to him, and I can vomit in my mouth because listening to him. It's like his shit is so scripted and made up. Like, first off, Bobby Lashley, hey Bob. Like, really? I mean, listen, you're so stupid. You are so, and some of the promos I've seen, because I've tried watching AEW, some of the promos I've seen are just so like over the fucking top. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's kind of like watching. You ever seen this a sport called Pro Slap or Power Slap?
Yeah,
whatever?
of course. Yeah.
It's
Oh God, yeah.
It's basically like that. One wrestler is going to bitch slap verbally the other wrestler for about 15 minutes, because that's how long I fucking takes to go ahead and make a point. Then the other wrestler is going to bitch slap the other one for 15 minutes. It's like, and that goes on for godly long. Make your fucking point. You know, it just drones on and on and
And I think
on.
that's part of the reason why the promos in WWE are better, because they have stories to tell. They have personal vendetta.
They got shit to do.
Seth Rollins and CM Punk is a good example of that. You know, and
I gotta take a piss 3 times before an AEW promo gets done.
yeah,
WWE, listen, okay, somebody's come out I can hold it, and I can hold it, and it's fine, and it works. Now, the only thing AEW's got is, they bleed more, and they're taking shots to the head. Fucking great for you.
that was WWE 20 years ago. Where the fuck are
Yeah.
you? Seriously.
Well,
It was.
I guess people want that. They want the barbed wire. They want the freaking, oh my God, John Moxley with a freaking baseball bat with spikes going through him.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that, and I cannot
Uh-huh.
believe, why are you doing this to your body, Moxley? I get it. You're a death wrestler, whatever the fuck they call that. Like, he lives and breathes blood and guts. I get it. You look like it, you fucking ugly ass hound. But I'm just saying,
Damn.
it's like,
Well, he is from Ohio, so yeah, I get it.
there's no creativity there. There's none. There's no creativity. His fucking move, which used to be called what the fuck, Dirty Deeds. It's a freaking lame ass DDT. It's just what, and apparently they're out forever. AEW is not better. AEW is leagues behind TNA.
And the funny thing is that NXT has better ratings than AEW does.
Yes.
And
If it's so much better, all the buildup when they came into the universe, why hasn't it picked up momentum?
Yeah.
CM Punk said it straight up. They're not in it to make money. He said it straight up on a podcast. When he went to WWE, he had his thing with Nick Khan. Nick Khan was a shitty ass fucking manager, and CM Punk's like, they're not here to sell tickets. They're not here to make money. I don't know what the fuck they're here for.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not there to make money, then what the hell are we doing here? It's
I don't
business.
know.
I don't get that.
The only
Shad Khan has a bunch of money to blow since he owns the Jaguars, so it's like, let's go to daddy.
Here's the thing, though, and before we move on to the next topic, is that the only, I guess, person in AEW that has caught my interest is Tony fucking Storm. She's the only thing.
Hell
that I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
holy crap, what is she going to say this time?
She
actually
actually
says some
has
fucked
a
up
decent
shit,
character.
Like what CM Punk was doing after the pipe bomb was like, oh crap, what the fuck is she going to fucking say on the microphone? And other than that, there's nothing. And
By the way, these two morons called the Young Bucks, you're fucking ruining it. I mean, I hear they're like executive vice presidents or something. Like, they fuck each other in the ass or something. I don't know.
You mean the super kick machines? Is that what you mean?
Whatever.
Oh, that's the Usos.
Well, trust me, dude. The Young Bucks were just as bad, if not worse, when I was watching AEW. For real.
Yeah, and this is why you had to create your own company so you can get some TV time in a wrestling ring, because nobody else wanted anything to fucking do with you.
See, I think at the end of the day, This is what AEW is all about.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Yeah, pretty
That's all it
much.
is. That's all it is.
Listen, and Cody did the right thing because
You
he
want-
wasn't getting no love over there. He was going through shitty freaking creative,
Yep.
large part to Vince. And then he goes ahead and say, I'm gonna show. Yeah, he had animosity, giving the fucking finger to WWE and everybody else. I get it. He created himself, and it's like, okay, now I'm over, and AEW is limiting my time because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
Hey, Triple H, I'm sorry about the things I said. I'm sorry about the middle finger. No problem, Cody. How much you want?
And see, the fact that Triple H is willing to forgive not only Cody but CM Punk, because it's well documented that Triple H and CM Punk did not get along at all. But I think a part of that was, I think a big chunk of that was Vince. Triple H at the time was just following what Vince was saying.
He has matured. He's even admitted that. Like, listen, there's a lot of things that I've done in the past that's like now I look back like this is stupid.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let bygones, because CM Punk is somebody that will sell tickets. Yeah. CM Punk, I mean, that's the reason why they built freaking Dynamite, AEW Dynamite or whatever, something on Saturday, whatever the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. Not Dynamite, the other fucking show, Collision.
I forget which one it is.
It's like Punk is going to headline that. Punk is going to headline that show because we need somebody of substance to go ahead and do something over there. We don't know what the fuck you're going to do. We're just going to put CM Punk's Collision and everybody's going to watch it.
Yeah. It's the same thing WCW. It's a carbon copy of WCW, except more money's involved. So
I don't think more money's involved. Well, I mean, nowadays, and shit like that. But you know what it was? It did force WWE to take notice of like what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Now you have more creative control. I don't think the wrestlers have total control, because if they didn't have,
I don't think so.
If they did have total control, you'd see AEW and how shitty that is.
Yeah, exactly.
There's going to be a point of like, listen, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that. Nah, we don't need to go and jump into mama jokes or anything like that. Let's just.
At the end of the day, sometimes less is better.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah,
less is better. Moving on. Yeah. Ran over. Moving on. Jonathan Coachman, who was a former employee of WWE during the Vince McMahon era, says that the WWE Hall of Fame is a fake. It's a PR stunt. Now, a big part of me thinks that this is all hate, because he will never be in the Hall of Fame. And if I ever hear anybody say that Jonathan Coachman should be in the Hall of Fame, they should get a fucking boot, turn sideways, and shove straight up their candy ass, because no. Bottom line, no. And that's because he came back for a minute and then left again when he was working for ESPN. But we'll go back to the Hall of Fame.
They've put people who have done less in the Hall of Fame. Let's be fair here.
Oh, you like Michelle McCool?
Oh, I'm talking about their celebrity wing, dude. Like that. That's
the celebrity wing, I get. I get that. Celebrities in wrestling have been kind of a thing forever.
Yeah, but I mean, we put in Drew Carey because he was in the Rumble for like 2 minutes. Like
they put in Pete Rose.
I know they did. Well, because he's never going to get in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Well, up until recently, it was the only Hall of Fame he'd ever get into.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So, but I really think they should make some sort of actual Hall of Fame. They don't have to do busts or anything like that, but just have something where there's a room where all the Hall of Famers are at, and have them just like the NFL does, except don't do the bust. That's just overkill. Don't even do the stat. I know they do statues for some of them too. I think that's a bit of an overkill, but there needs to be a physical Hall of Fame that fans like myself and us can go and, oh yeah, I remember that. But I agree they threw in a bunch of people at one time, and now they're thinning the herd, because now it's like, oh fuck, we got no one to think. Michelle McCool, I'm sorry, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're going to put Michelle McCool in, you should have thrown Layla in there with her, because
I agree.
Those two worked together greatly. Michelle by herself was average to mid. And Undertaker, if you hear this, I meant what I said. I don't fucking care. That was all freaking Undertaker saying, well, we should put my wife in the Hall of Fame. No, fuck that. Nuh-uh. 0.
Well, I mean, I can argue that point as well. That they definitely worked better together than when they were single, so to speak. And I mean, I remember Michelle McCool to a degree with her singles competition, but when she got with Layla, it really took off, and it was a big deal. It was one of the biggest things that the women's division had during that era of the late ruthless aggression era, which unfortunately I was kind of in and out during that period of time from 2007 to the beginning of 2009, right before I went to WrestleMania that year. I had pretty much kind of tapped out because I had just kind of given up. Like, okay, I don't feel like you guys are trying anymore. So I didn't see everything that was going on during that time. But when I did watch, that stood out. It stood out so much.
Charles, want to add to that?
I agree with Coach, actually. I know. Listen. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Radio Hall of Fame is equally as a ruse. There's not really anything there, right?
Yeah.
So, but what you're doing though, it's not completely a PR stunt because you are acknowledging greatness from the timelines that WWE, WWF existed. So you are acknowledging the great ones that have come through.
Yeah.
You're just not there. It's not there physically. Now, granted, with TKO merging UFC, WWE, and now TNA coming into the mix and AAA, I think at that point in time, I think there needs to be a Combat Sports Hall of Fame where you do have the people that pioneered UFC, the people that even are MMA, to go into this Hall of Fame, along with a wrestling wing, celebrity wing, if you want to go and put it in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It's like, video, photos, stories, backdrops, stuff like you see at every, because I've gone through the Patriot Hall of Fame when I was up there in Foxborough a couple of years ago. And, there wasn't like any shrines or big statues everywhere. I mean, there was a few. But a lot of it was video stuff that you're watching, the first Super Bowl that they won, the trophies that are laid out there. So what the wrestling and UFC could do is, display the belts as they, the light belt, the heavyweight belt, all the different belts WWE uses.
The history of the belts. Yeah, I agree with that. I would love to see that.
And this is a potential moneymaker for WWE, TKO, UFC, because you're not going to let people go there for free.
No.
That's true.
No. It's like 20, 25 a head. Come on in. Get your picture taken next to some of these wax figurines like Cody Rhodes. I mean, you can do that.
Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Feel up the Lita wax statue. I mean, what? No.
What?
Who said that?
No, I'm going to fill up the Becky
Lynch.
I was thinking it, but then you said it, so get out of my head, sir.
Well, if anything, I'm going to fill up the Trish Stratus one, not the Lita one, because
of course you
Lita had, according to John Cena, Lita had gonorrhea. So,
Well, John Cena's full of shit. So
how dare you, sir? That is our champion.
Is that heel Cena or is that face Cena?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
I have never seen 17, the GOAT John Cena. How dare you disrespect him that way, sir?
Hey, our champion put R-Truth through a table, man. That's not cool, man.
R-Truth
put him through a table through the press conference. That was fucking amazing.
I'm sorry, but R-Truth was like, I support you, even though people say you suck. I don't want to hear I suck when I beat fucking Randy Orton. I don't want to hear that. I don't need it. And he's lucky he only got put through a table.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just saying, R-Truth don't. Little Jimmy should have told him to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Straight up,
Shut up. I think little Jimmy went ahead and ran away.
Yeah. Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
To close up my thought, no, Jonathan Coachman is right to a point. It is a public relations stunt, but there's also a meaning for it. There is a meaning. It's not. But yeah, there is no actual place where you can go see all of this. It has to be, you have a spot on the website where you can see the Hall of Fame. So it kind of is a publicity stunt. I don't think he needed to go down that road, though, Coach.
No, he's that's just sour grapes. It's just bitter. He's a little baby back
I
bitch.
don't know why. Listen, I don't know why, because nobody in God's green earth would have fucking noticed Coach. He wouldn't have ever gotten a fucking ESPN. So
No,
listen, he
no,
needs
no.
to shut his mouth.
People would not have known Coach if The Rock wasn't fucking with him every fucking promo he was cutting.
Yeah, he sure did.
To be fair, Rock was fucking with Michael Cole, Kevin Kelly. Every dude that interviewed him got fucked with, and they had pretty decent career. I mean, Cole is now commentating. Coach is whatever, and they made Coach a heel to The Rock's.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like, oh no, I don't agree with that.
The only thing Jonathan Coachman has done worth relevance is actually being a voiceover on Madden. That's it. He does a halftime show when I'm playing Madden.
Yeah.
Let's go around the scores.
But even then, I skip it because I don't want to hear his fucking voice. His voice annoys me. I'd rather eat a pickle-filled fucking Whataburger and die than have to listen to that motherfucker talk. Now to the meat and potatoes of the show, we're going to move on to the Raw and SmackDown reviews. And I'm going to say Raw was a lot better than Backlash. I know that's a hot take right now. Backlash was average. Raw was incredible. We got CM Punk back. He was, cutting his promo. GSO talking shit to Logan Paul. We got, even though they were saying it's a dream match, but yet we've had it before, which AJ versus Finn. I guess Cole doesn't do his history. Penta versus Gable. The War Raiders versus the Creed brothers, and then we had the main event: Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez and Julia. The things I want to hit most are the Punk promo, the Rhea Ripley main event, a match, and of course Becky's promo, because the promo stood out a lot in this show.
Can we save the orgasm for last?
Oh, of course. You don't want to. I don't want to blow my load and just be like, "Oh, don't touch it. It's sensitive. Don't touch it. It's sensitive."
Right, exactly.
The CM Punk promo comes out, and he pretty much blames himself. He doesn't, which shows the maturity of the character. Is like, I fucked up. It's my fault. I should have seen it coming. It's happened before.
Yeah,
you would think I would have known better. And of course, Paul Heyman had to come out and do his thing, and Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker had to come out and do their thing. I'm still curious if there's a third person in this group that we don't know about yet, and I have a feeling we're going to see it come to fruition at the main event show next weekend. I think there will be a third person showing up. I don't know who.
Saturday
I don't know who it could be. Huh?
That's Saturday night's main event?
Yeah. Who is it? Punk and Sami Zayn versus Breaker and Seth Rollins. They have a match at this particular show next weekend. So, CM Punk on the microphone, it's no surprise. It's always fucking gold.
Yeah, it always is
fucking gold. But this one in particular, I should have known. It's the whole Monday morning quarterback thing where it's like, I should have done this. I should have done that. It's total instant regret. And you saw that in the promo. And thoughts on that promo, guys?
Oh, loved it. I mean, like you say, anytime CM Punk gets on the microphone, it's always fun to listen to him talk, especially when he's talking about past stuff. And of course, we hadn't seen him since the night after WrestleMania, so it's like, all right. So he had a nice little break. Good for him. And I got to spend time with AJ, lucky bastard. And but I do like how he brought up past history of how 12 years ago Paul hit him with a ladder, gave him 13 staples in his head, shit like that. Can I just say I love the touch of when Paul Heyman tried to talk on the microphone and he called him Penguin. Did anybody else catch that? I thought that was so damn funny.
I did there, fell out of the couch. That's the funny shit right there.
That was so damn funny, for real.
Yeah, and like I said, it's always gold when Punk talks on the microphone. Charles, you want to add to that?
So yeah, I mean, it's great promo. I'm going to agree. I like it because this did feel as if we were talking about promos with AEW. This felt like it was unscripted. This felt like it came from the heart.
Yeah,
which it should. It should feel that way. to the point where Seth Rollins, for whatever reason, spoke on Paul Heyman's behalf to very blunt truth, where he expressed that, you put Paul through hell before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What friend does that?
That is a very valid point.
And
argue
it's
that.
like he spoke truth.
Mhm.
Now, granted, obviously Punk is resentful because, hey, listen, I should have read between the lines. He stabbed me before, and I thought we were past that. He said
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's like, listen, you put the Penguin in a really bad spot. The walrus with the fat thin neck, which that's what Punk said. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. Maybe his sizing is a little off than mine.
Yeah,
But he
probably.
wants to wrap his hands around that fat thick neck or thin neck, whatever. To the point where Heyman couldn't even cut his own promo. It had to be Seth Rollins. It was a real weird turn. But the fact that the whole interaction, I thought was good, was great. It really was. Punk wasn't having any of it. He's definitely in denial. Whether that comes true to fruition, where he realized his wrongs, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, he got blindsided, and that's the case. I think there should be a interaction with Punk and Heyman alone, non physical.
Yeah, and it's like you said, though, you tend to not realize what you're doing to somebody until they point it out to you. And I hadn't thought about that till Rollins. It's documented that I don't like Seth Rollins. But when he brought that up, I went, "Oh my God, he's fucking not wrong." Jesus Christ! And it makes you rethink everything at that point. Like, he's not
Because
wrong.
it's been documented that Paul actually has been speaking that way too. It's like he told, I think, Jey Uso when he was telling that Seth Rollins is going to come for him for the world title, that hey, CM Punk did me dirty like this, and it wasn't supposed to be CM Punk I came out to talk about. It's to talk about you, and that's why he went ahead and did what he did. So it's definitely documented in the storyline that Paul Heyman was in a bad spot.
Yeah. Oh, agreed.
Oh, and as far as your comment, Josh Zodiac, douchebag. Since you brought it up, I agree with your statement that there will be another member to that team, and I think there needs to be one. Question is, who's it going to be? That's the question.
I think there's 2 more members coming in. They're going to have another male and probably a female.
Well, we know you said before you wanted Becky to be part of that stable.
I mean, it makes sense. They're a heel faction. It makes sense.
Let's take a look at it this way. There are 2 people on Raw that were talking the same way Cena has been talking. Rusev and Becky.
Ooh, Rusev doing. And see, I feel like Rusev's coming back into the company has been very lackluster. It was a great pop for what it was.
I don't think they have anywhere to put him. I think they want to go ahead and reintroduce him and say, hey, here's Rusev. But I think he's going to go into, Tozawa wanted to go ahead and do one-on-one with him, and apparently that's been shoved aside. I don't see that being a good match.
No.
But I think him and Alpha Academy are going at it, and I don't know. I don't see where that's going to go.
I don't either. But I didn't think about Rusev until now, that Rusev would be a perfect third member, and then you add Becky.
He's got nothing to do, really.
Yeah. At least you're a footnote somewhere.
And if you think long term, that's 2 powerhouses in the same faction. Mm-hmm. Braun and Rusev may not coexist very long. You
could definitely make the argument for Braun and Rusev being the tag champions, taking out the New Day.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be a great match. And it's funny talking about the New Day before I move on to the next topic. The New Day, even though they're the heels, they're on a Thanos level of thinking. What they're saying makes sense. And if you heard the Raw recap after WrestleMania, they were speaking truths, and I'm sitting there going, are they really the heels here? Because if you maybe you don't like what they're saying, but it's the fucking truth. And
it's a lot of what the heels are going for now. Cena basically emerged as the head of the truth heel character.
yep.
I
But
mean,
people are bitching about that. Oh, the Cena heel turn is shit. No,
No, it's not.
He
No,
said
it's
he's
fucking
going to
brilliant.
ruin wrestling, and he is doing a fucking great job at that.
Yeah.
And anybody who thinks differently is not paying attention.
It's
Hit-
fucking brilliant because it's
Yeah.
opened up the fire. I apologize. Go ahead.
No. Finish what you had
Oh,
to say. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking brilliant because when you have a heel, think of a heel. Of course, you're going to be against everything they possibly can say.
Yep.
Yeah, they may be against what Cena's saying because what they're saying is the real hard-nosed truth.
Yep.
You may be against what Becky's saying. Well, I was everything you thought of and could see yourself in, blah, blah, blah. Of course, we're going to get to that promo. And then all of a sudden I won. And then you wanted me to leave because you all know failure. Truth to that, possibly, right? Because she got so successful. Every heel that's coming out right now
Speaking truth.
speaking truth, except for Chad fucking Gable.
Yeah, he's a little bit on the delusional side right now,
Okay,
shall we say.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that Becky promo because you know what? Because I wanted to save the Io Sky match anyway for last, but again, she's doing the Cena treatment. She's speaking truths. Everything she said, and I'm sitting on the couch watching this, going, you know, I've been a fan of Becky since day fucking one. I'm even bigger fan now because she is speaking fucking 100% truth right now, and it just makes me love the character more. You know, and love me or hate me, I'm going to do what I'm going to do to win. And I see no fault in that.
Real quick, Ricochet, if you're listening, this is why AEW sucks and WWE's better. Better storylines.
Damn.
Storylines?
damage.
So, wow.
Storylines? What's that?
Yeah.
I know. AEW's trying to ask that same question. What's the storyline?
What's the storyline? We're just supposed to wrestle, right?
No. We're supposed to do barbed wire and nails and tacks and
See, that's
baseball
cool
bats
for
with needles.
gimmicks, but it gets tiresome after a while. That's
It
why you
does,
don't see in WWE. You don't really see a steel cage match as often as you used to in WWE. Granted, we have one coming up soon with Drew and Damian. We'll get into that later. But it's just gimmicky shit. And people tend to, it's gimmicky. It's cool for what it was, but let's move on. You know, let's do it every now and again.
But back to Becky because you need to get your nut off. So let's go ahead and do that.
I'm just saying, Becky cut a promo that it much like the CM Punk promo. Granted, and here's the difference: Punk is the face. CM Punk is the fucking face, spitting facts. Then you got fucking Becky Lynch spitting facts as the fucking heel. Where's the middle ground there? You know what I mean? And is there even a heel and a baby face anymore? People don't even cheer for people don't cheer for the baby faces like consistently. And some people are cheering for the fucking heels.
The line is blurred lately, dude.
The
It
line
really
is very blurred. And it comes down to, okay, love me or hate me, I'm going to do what I want. And you're going to have the haters. They're going to be out there. And that it is what it is. But at the end of the day, when you're speaking 100% fact and truth, you know, where do you draw the line at that point?
That's a good question.
And this is great because, number one, it doesn't force the company to say, we're going to shove this person down your throat as the heel. Yeah. And we're not going to go ahead and force this person down your throat. You're going to make up your own goddamn minds.
Which is the way it should be.
Right.
I mean, we had that issue before with Roman Reigns being, and even
I was just going to say that.
And even John Cena, to a point, crammed him, oh, you're going to like this guy. You're going to like this guy. I think they've learned from that. And we're like, okay, we're going to throw him out there and let him do what he does. And we'll let the crowd is smart enough to know that they'll make up their own fucking mind and let them decide. You know, and I said it before, when Becky turned on Charlotte, nobody fucking cared because nobody liked Charlotte. That's a fucking fact. But when she turned on Lyra Valkyria, who people like, that had a more significant impact.
Yep.
And that's why I'm like, oh, fuck, this is the heel Becky I've been waiting for.
In theory, Becky is a heel. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. In theory, Seth Rollins and Breaker are heels in
Yeah.
theory.
In theory.
But again, the people need to make up their own minds. So basically, when you're booking talent now, you do still have your two columns, but you don't tell the fans who to root for. That
Zero.
that might determine who the outcome. Like you may see hear Triple H in the background in Gorilla going ahead and say, let's give the fans what they want here. Listen, we're not going to do Randy Orton winning this time. We're going to do Cena winning this time, okay? All right. And then, of course, that gets relayed from the ref to the wrestlers, and boom, we have a new outcome.
Yep.
And not just that, but in every other Randy Orton Cena match we've seen, Randy was the heel, John Cena was the face. This was a role reversal, and Cena did exactly what Orton would have done back in the day, but yet the fans are still bitching about it.
It's okay. Let them bitch.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Really.
You love it when Randy did it, but when Cena does it, you're against it. I'm like, well, pick a fucking side.
You know why? Because nobody could stand Cena being dumped down their throat.
Yep.
But I feel like I felt more that way with Roman than I did with Cena, because at least Cena got fun after a while during the Thugonomics age. At first, it was like, what's this guy doing? And then all of a sudden, he started doing these funny raps, and it's like, okay, this guy's funny. I'll give him that at least.
But it was the opposite. So it's the opposite with Roman. Roman started bland.
Yeah, and he still kind of is, dude. Let's be fair here.
But he's no.
Okay. Wait. Let me scrap that.
Bland, and the tribal chief character really took off. Everybody in that crowd is pointing ones.
Yeah, but that's because of Paul Heyman, according to Paul Heyman.
Well, that's according to Paul Heyman.
I'm just saying, and
let's see when Roman comes back, and let's see what happens.
You know,
I still think there's going to be a lot of ones.
I acknowledge my tribal chief. There you go.
I don't.
Yep.
I
give him the middle finger there. Yeah.
His promos have gotten better. I'll give him that.
Yeah, they've gotten a little bit better.
They have gotten better. I have to give credit on that.
He did take the Cena criticism and say, "All right, boss, I will go ahead and do better."
But moving on, the main event. The main event between who was that? Roxanne Perez and Julia, which is not even spelled the way Julia is supposed to be pronounced, but that's neither here nor there. Versus the champion Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and this was actually a pretty good match.
It was.
You got the current stars versus the future of the company in Julia and Roxanne Perez, and I don't know about Jay, but I've seen Roxanne Perez wrestle for GCWA down in Corpus. She wrestled for them for a little while. She's definitely Texas born and bred, you know. And
yeah, we know that.
Her wrestle was actually pretty good. This match had a lot going on, had a lot of storytelling to tell, but at the end of the day, Rhea wants that title back.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Rhea,
she does.
And Rhea even told her when the match is over, "I'm going to get this title back." And Io's like, "I'm going to do what I'm going to do." I'm sorry, when she does this, I just think of Bukkake for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I know it's fucked up, and I'm fucked up in the head. I've been dropped in my head a couple of times.
The only one in the family who's been dropped. Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah,
forget it.
For that.
Forget it. Forget it. I'm the one. Who dropped you on your head? Who was that?
Suzanne.
Who did that?
Suzanne is back for those.
Go back and listen to your first podcast. I did recently.
Charles, what did you think of this match?
Didn't see a whole lot of it, but from what I did see, again, like you said, everybody was dancing really good. They were dancing good off each other, and obviously Julia.
Thank you. That's exactly what I keep thinking about.
And Roxanne Perez, I think they're being primed for a tag team run, at least for now, and then obviously they'll split off and do individual. But the main part at the end, where Rhea is celebrating with Io, and Rhea is looking at that belt like, my precious.
Oh yeah.
And Io looked at it like, oh fuck,
yeah.
That means you and I got to go at it. That's not good.
It's inevitable.
But I like that. I like the Rhea tush slaps. I mean, that gave me the sense of approval. That's so.
You weren't
that's gonna.
Jay, anything you want to add to that match?
It was pretty damn good actually. Between Roxanne and Julia, they were showing really good tag skills. They were kind of in sync there for the majority of the match. Roxanne slapping Rhea, I didn't think that was the best idea on her part, but you know what? Hey, do what you got to do. Some good moves along the way. There was a nice suicide dive by EO on Roxanne, but then a missile drop kick follow up from Julia. So
Man, somebody took notes. Holy shit. I need to take notes during the shows from now on.
Man, because those were
prepared.
those were some of the standout things that were happening throughout the match, and it was like, damn, like this was a really good main event in my opinion for a Raw.
Yeah.
I mean, possible main event for maybe a PLE, that kind of caliber. So it was fun for what it was.
Charles, I'll start with you. How would you grade Raw this week?
What are we doing? 1 to 5, alphabet?
We'll do letter grades.
Give it a B. Okay, I mean the promos were good. Rusev teasing. I mean, I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to go ahead and talk like Cena is and try to leverage what everybody wants. I don't want to do this. You made me do it.
Yeah.
I kind of like to know where that's gonna go. I'll even go B+. I'll give it a B+.
I don't know with that kind of logic. It's like the old anti-drug commercials. Like, where'd you learn to do this? You okay? I learned by watching you. Kids or parents who do drugs have kids who do drugs. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Okay,
yeah, that's not far off, but
no, it's not really. So B+ from Charles. What about you, Jay? What do you think?
I'm thinking a pretty solid B. I'm thinking it was a fun show for what it was. One thing I do want to also mention, the whole thing about them trying to teach Dirty Dom about time zones, I thought was kind of funny, but also making Dirty Dom look like a freaking idiot. But
what I loved is that
which I like.
Carlito was hitting on Raquel Rodriguez, and he's like, "Oh, we can go out and you can pay for it on your card." And I'm like, "What the fuck,
dumbass! What a dipshit!"
It was hilarious.
But I mean, I would hit on
cool.
Her too,
yeah, it's fun. Well, he's hitting on Raquel. How dare he?
I would hit on Raquel.
Raquel's
all day
mine.
long.
Fuck him. How dare he? I'd even pay.
But
I don't know. I got a cop a feel down there. I just got to make sure nothing else is there.
Damn. Ouch.
Damn.
She's 6 foot tall, so yeah, she's pretty fucking tall, and she's from fucking the Valley. So yeah, I get it.
You never know.
Haters.
It's not Singapore, bro.
No, it's not. It's not hate. It's like, listen, when we go ahead and get down to business, I want to make sure there's not 2 keys. There's 1 key, 1 lock.
So you're gonna go all Crocodile Dundee on her when you meet her, is what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Does anybody get that reference? Because if you do, you're cool.
Jesus.
Oh no, I definitely get that reference. Wow, definitely get that.
Okay, so we got a B+ and a B. I'd give it a B+.
A solid B.
I give it a B+. I'm kind of tired of the whole Chad Gable and the El Taco Grande storyline. Just fucking reveal who the fuck he is already. Seriously.
Unless it doesn't go anywhere, I get that point, but hopefully it goes somewhere.
Yeah, I don't feel like it is. So that's the problem.
But they need to end that soon. Like maybe Money in the Bank, maybe. And this shit, I'm so tired of seeing it. Anyway, going from the red brand to the blue brand, we have SmackDown, which was just last night. I'm not gonna lie. This match, or this show, I should say, there's really only a couple of things that I want to talk about, and it's going to be the first women's Money in the Bank qualifying match, which was between Alexa Bliss, Michin, and Chelsea Green. Was there a men's match for that?
Yes, there was. There
was. Okay. Which one was that? Oh yeah, Koa versus Jimmy versus Ray. Okay. So I want to talk about the 2 Money in the Bank matches, and I want to talk about the main event because that main event was fucking fire. I don't know if y'all watched the highlights or not, but it was.
Oh, I saw the match. I saw it entirely.
It was definitely worth watching. I don't, and maybe I'm lost in this, but I don't understand the Chelsea Green fear of Alexa Bliss. Maybe I missed a video, or maybe I missed a show. I mean, I get it. She used to run with Bray. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't remember anything about that. Of course, and of the three women, I mean, if you thought that Bliss wasn't going to win this match, you haven't been watching wrestling long enough.
It was the only one that made sense, in my opinion.
Not just that, she's the bigger star of the three. You know,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, Michin is mid, and
Chelsea
Green coming off of the U.S. title loss. They're obviously not going to put a money in the bank briefcase on her. So, excuse me, what did y'all think of this match? Or did y'all even watch the highlights at all?
No, I watched the entire show, and yeah, it was actually pretty good. Excuse me. I thought it was a pretty fun match all around, and I am very happy that Alexa Bliss won because she really hasn't been doing anything since she got back. She's sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not. So it's kind of nice that we're going to get her in that match at Money in the Bank. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, same here. Alexa Bliss needed some type of push, and nobody's going to push Michin. Chelsea Green, I guess, could have been one to get a push. Just because she was a title holder, but I think it's time for Alexa to get a push.
I really do. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a long while.
And she's had enough time off to the point where we don't know if she's going to join the 6, if there's even a 6.
Well, we're waiting for them to come back, man. Very eagerly waiting for them to come back. And I really hope she becomes part of that stable. I think she should be their leader, personally, or at least a part of it in some fashion.
Yeah, I agree with that. The men's qualifying Money in the Bank between Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Rey Fénix. I mean, did you really think it wasn't going to be Solo at this point? I mean, some of the matches are kind of like, dude, we know who's winning this match.
Yeah, because I mean,
it just comes down to how.
I thought Rey was going to do it.
I didn't.
He's too fresh, though. So. He's only been in the company about a month, a couple months now.
Yeah, and the Motor City Machine Guns were fresh too, and they won the fucking belt in 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, they won it on the first day, dude. So yeah, it was the first day on the show they won.
But then again, those guys have been around a minute, so putting the belts on them actually made sense. You know, the familiarity of them, it makes sense.
Rey Fénix has been around a while too.
True, but from a storytelling standpoint, I think Solo makes the most sense because now you've got Fatu's got the U.S. title, and there's like I said before, there's already animosity going on there.
Oh, wow.
So Solo winning at least the qualifying match and going into that match, I feel like that makes the most sense out of all three of those guys.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling that Fatu's going to fuck Solo over in that match. I don't know why.
With the introduction of Jeff Cobb, which I hate the fact they're doing JC Mateo. Where the fuck did that come from? JC, hey Cobb, we need to make you sound more Samoan. We're gonna do JC Mateo.
Well, they gave him a Caucasian first name, and then like you're gonna be as white bread as we could possibly make you.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I guess thinking about it even further, it's like, you introduce this guy, he's going to make it. He already made an impact.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get. But it's like I just look at Solo being not as strong as he used to be.
Yeah.
If we can even say that, and it's like I didn't see him winning this one.
Well, the numbers game too are not in his favor either because half the dudes that were in the new bloodline are fucking hurt. So. It made sense for somebody else.
Potato. You need the potato to come in.
I have a feeling we're going to see Jacob Fatu break off. It's going to be fucking. The crowd is already starting to see it. We talked about it before.
No. He still loves Solo.
He didn't mean it when he said it, though.
No, he didn't mean that.
He didn't mean it.
I mean, hell, even last week. Even last week when he got that new guy to come in and help out, he wasn't on board with that. No. You can tell he didn't know anything about it, and he definitely wasn't happy about
this guy.
Yeah. Like seriously, what the fuck?
I don't know. So, I saw him being pleasantly surprised, if you know what I mean.
Okay, what are you drinking or what are you smoking? Because I need some of it.
Just Powerade.
Oh well.
I also started some insulin, so maybe it's
There is some cocaine in the Powerade down there in Florida, so maybe it's not. I don't know. But yeah, Solo ends up in qualifying for the Money in the Bank match, and I'm sure we're going to get more people qualifying as the weeks go by. But the main event of this show, Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax finally gets her rematch against Tiffany.
Only took 4 months.
Well, Nia's been gone
It
for a
took a
minute,
while.
so she took some time off.
Yeah, I know.
This was a fucking 5-star match. This match, and on paper, Nia should have won this match. On paper, Nia should have walked all, and especially after when Nia put her in that fucking move that in the corner where she just all of her fell on top of
Oh man,
Tiffany.
when she tried to power bomb her and it didn't
Yeah.
work, I feel like
I'm
we've seen that before.
I'm surprised Tiffany's breast implants didn't pop because that's how much pressure was coming down.
Oof.
But this match wasn't 100% just Nia and Tiffany. Naomi, of course, wants to get her title shot, and Jade is still jaded. I said it. She's still fucking jaded at the fact that Naomi took her out for a period, and they had their little moments. And there was a chair in the ring that Nia tried to use.
Well, yeah, that's the only reason why Naomi was out there in the first place. That's the only reason why her and Jay were even in that match. Yeah. Because she introduced the chair, it got knocked out of her hands by Jade, and then, oh, there's a chair here. How'd that get there? So
can't argue with that. It's true.
Yeah.
And then freaking, I forget what happened. I think Tiffany drop kicked or threw the chair at Nia. Nia took the full force of it. Mm-hmm. And then the prettiest moonsault ever. Match is over. Tiffany looked a little emotional after this match. I don't know if she was supposed to lose this match or not. I don't know if they called an audible, but she looked like on the verge of tears when this match was over. So I don't know, maybe just after the whole Charlotte Flair thing.
Maybe it was a hell of a fight all around. It was pretty fun.
Charles, did you get to watch it, or did you catch the highlights of that?
No, just the highlights. But I think the reason why she cried is all that mascara and makeup she's wearing probably weren't dripping in her eyes. So it wasn't tears of joy or sadness. It was just tears of get the fucking eye wash.
Well, let's be fair. She does wear a crap ton of makeup, and she really doesn't.
Most of the females in WWE do,
but when you see them without it, it's like, well, okay, you know that's a performance thing.
But here's the thing, though. I've seen Tiffany's TikToks without makeup, and she's beautiful without the makeup.
She really is.
You know, and she was pretty before the boob job, but it is what it is. You know, whatever makes you happy. If you want a boob job, more power to you.
It's her body, her business.
She took the cue from Stephanie. That's all.
I personally want a dick implant. I want a 12-foot cock, but you know, I don't have the money for that kind of shit.
No, I just need mine to get at least a 6 or 7. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I got. Thank you.
6 or 7 feet. I mean,
be the happiest 2 inches you'll ever see.
Hey, females don't be complaining, man.
Hey.
Not to your face.
I'm gonna give you 12 inches, but I'm gonna have to fuck you 6 times to do it. So.
But that's actually clever. That's clever. I like that.
We can all.
That's math. That's math, and women can be confused by that.
What do you mean? 6 divided by what? What are you talking about? Yeah. But we can all agree this is a great fucking main event.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
And I didn't think about this till now. Both Raw and SmackDown had a women's main event.
Oh yeah,
and they're both fire. So that being said. Again, SmackDown to me lately has been the 3 hours is way too much.
Oh man, I was feeling it this morning. I was like, it's taking forever to get through this show.
I love what Raw is doing. They're just saying we're going to do the show, and when we're done, we're done. If it's 2 hours, it's 2. If it's 2.5, it's 2.5, and that's it. And when hopefully, if and when SmackDown goes to Netflix, we get that same formula. As long as there's shit that makes sense being in the show, fucking do it, you know. But that being said, we'll start with you, Jay. What would you rate SmackDown?
I think I give it another solid B. I mean, it wasn't a bad show. There were some good matches. I do like how they at least had one of each of the male and female Money in the Bank matches, and I am very much looking forward to all the other matches going forward because I don't even know who else is going to be in those matches yet. Speaking of which, did we already announce before SmackDown that there was going to be a cage match between Damian and Drew, or was that announced last night? Because I feel like that's the first I heard of it. Okay.
Last night.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, did we already hear about this or not? Because I didn't hear about this. So, but otherwise, yeah, I'd say a solid B. I mean, I wasn't bored watching it. I was just really fucking tired. So, yeah.
Charles?
I'm gonna have to mark mine as incomplete because I really didn't go ahead and watch fully. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it to you guys, experts. I just wanted to go ahead and catch up on the ongoings of what happened. So I can't. In good all fairness, I can't rate it.
Oh, and what's that one tag team? Flaxian or whatever the hell.
Yeah, they had a great fucking
dude. That was a good match.
Yeah, I
really
regret not talking about that match, but that was a good match.
Very fast paced match. Those guys are all over the place. There was one point where they tried to do like a jump off the rope into like a DDT. They screwed it up, but then they capitalized. Man, that was a really fun fast match for real.
Me personally, Raw was the better show. That's 100%. But I'm going to give SmackDown a C+. I mean, I was on my phone a lot. I was playing Monopoly Go a lot of that show.
Oh my god!
Well, then your opinion doesn't really stick now.
That's incomplete too.
That sounds like it to me. Am I the only one who actually sat and watched the whole thing?
No, I had it on my TV, but I'm sorry, but
were you watching it?
I was. I would look up and go, okay, let me go back to what I'm doing. Seriously, I was not intrigued, but there were parts of the show that if I heard something, I'll look up and go, oh, okay, cool. Back to what I'm doing. Back to Monopoly Go. Back to poker. Whatever I was doing.
You fucking poser.
Are you kidding me? I do that during Raw too. Go fuck yourself. If there's a fucking whenever Chad Gable comes out, I'm like, oh, it's phone time. It's either bathroom break or phone time, one of the two. So I give it a C+.
What a hate for the burrito man. Come on.
You know what? Fuck that guy. He needs to fucking hurry up and get his El Chorito ass out.
Are you turning into Ricochet and starting to hating on people?
Wow.
Man, all this talk about damn burritos, and I want a fucking burrito. Thanks a lot.
You know what? When we're done recording, I'm going out grocery shopping and I'm getting a large pizza from Costco.
Oh, fuck that. I have burritos in the freezer. Fuck yeah, I can make me a burrito now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I have to burrito up his butt too. Wait, what? Who said that?
I'm sorry, what? I didn't see you. What?
C+ is what I give the show. I'm sorry, SmackDown was lackluster. There were some, like you said, the Money in the Bank qualifying matches were good. The Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton match was good, but everything else is just. Oh, and then the Faxon match between DIY was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the only match that didn't really do anything for me was the Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, that's the only match that just kind of.
Yeah, and I got a feeling we're gonna see them finish that bout at probably Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't see what the polish is on Aleister Black at all.
I don't get it.
I really don't care for him at all for a character wrestling style. Listen, you want to do that shit in MMA, go right ahead.
Yeah,
but I don't see any charisma out of the dude. How the hell he made a House of Black over in AEW again?
Because they have no other ideas at that point.
Really, it probably was like the one bedroom studio apartment of Black, maybe, but not house.
That takes too long to say, man.
I guess so.
Why is that sock all crusty? Oh, that's my Selena Vega sock. So.
Yeah, let's just ignore that. Oh, by the way, can we also talk just briefly about the whole thing that's going on with Alexa interested in talking to Charlotte Flair, and we don't really know what the hell is going on with that? That's a little eerie.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. Whatever the hell is going on here?
I think we're going to see a future tag team.
You think? I don't know.
Yeah. I think they're going to try to put Charlotte with someone that people actually like to try to make her appealing. But I have a feeling they're going to fail miserably at that. But you know what? I'm okay with them trying something new.
It's already failing miserably when Charlotte has her ego shoved up her own ass, where it's like, I don't need you.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of room for the three ex-husbands that have been, pegging her in the butt for as long as they were. So,
Well, I'm sure there is, but I don't think she's going to allow that. It's like, listen, you ain't a man cock. You ain't going in my ass.
Wow.
No comment.
I got a jar of that.
That's all I got for that. That's
what
all
the
I
hell?
got.
That's so random.
I know it's totally random. Or
I was frozen today.
I figured you liked that one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so overall, we thought we can agree that Raw was the better show than SmackDown.
Oh,
Two
yeah,
and C. I
it was
still
the only
say
one
it's
that- oh.
yeah. Two. No. I'm sorry. I talked over you. Go ahead.
No, I think it was equal. But it was the
Pretty
only one I
close.
really watched, and yeah, Raw was better over SmackDown.
No, I think both shows were like I said, pretty solid. Not too bad. Considering I guess I was the only one who actually watched the show all the way through. But
Fuck you! I watched the show too. I just didn't pay attention half the time.
yeah, I'm watching the show. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm totally watching the show.
Millennials can do it. I can do it too. How fucked
What?
up? How dare you?
Don't get me started on the millennials, man.
Anyway,
Don't do it.
with that being, you know what? I need to seriously read through your contract to see how I can fire you. So maybe or sacked. The person that hired you has been sacked.
What hired me? You make it sound like I'm actually getting paid for this shit.
Oh yeah, you're getting paid 0% of what I make. So I get paid 0%. So you get paid 0%.
Yay!
Yeah,
that's good money, man.
Anyway, that will conclude this portion of the show. Jay, you want to go ahead and promote your show or your YouTube channel?
Sure. The Repeat Movie Viewer, that is my YouTube channel. I just filmed a new video recently, me talking about all of my Star Wars physical media, something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I just need to do some editing on it. That'll be up soon. And I do have a few new ideas for some podcasts. That is the Psycho Nerd Podcast. You can also find it on the same YouTube channel.
I need to get you a Linktree. I need to get with you about that, about setting up a Linktree account, setting up a Facebook page and all that, because as much social media as you can put out there, the more likes you're going to get. So
I agree. I'm just really, really between work, hanging out with Kevin, and trying to find time to do this stuff. It's like I got a pretty full schedule right now, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Charles, you want to promote your show?
Yep, the Charles Richardson Show, found on Facebook. Search the Charles Richardson Show. It's a Facebook page. Go ahead and like the page, share the page. You can also find me on YouTube. The channel is the same thing, the Charles Richardson Show. And we are also, our flagship station is on Power One Radio. That is the number one. Power1Radio.com, 80s and 90s dance hits 24/7 until I come on and ruin the whole goddamn thing.
No. It's only when you have me on, it's ruined. Let's be fair.
Monday and Wednesday nights currently. That could change, but start time's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, and I've been on an episode, and it was a lot of fun to do. It's definitely different, not being the host, being the guest. It's definitely
I'll send you more invites. You can choose to accept.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday would be the only day I'd be able to do it, just because Monday night's Raw, and going forward, I'm taking fucking notes because I was totally ill prepared. Like, we're going to talk about Raw and SmackDown, and then I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to fucking take notes. Oh shit. So going forward, I will have notes. And see, I can't read that chicken scratch. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck you.
It looks like a fucking doctor prescription pad. You fuck.
Hey, that's a compliment. He's calling you a doctor.
No,
if it was, I wouldn't be working at a
doctor of Doucheville. Anyway, I will have both of their links and spots to follow them at in the description on both Spotify and on the YouTube page. I will be back momentarily for. I was supposed to do the hot take last week. I didn't do it. I fucking forgot. But this week,
it's a cold take.
What?
It's a cold take.
Now it's hot. It was hot, but it cooled off.
I put it in the microwave.
Let it sit out
it's
too
hot
long.
again.
No,
I put it in the microwave.
Then it's rubbery taste and hot take.
I really do. If I could do this show by myself, I swear to God.
Yeah, but you can't do it without us. Man.
Wow,
it's more fun with us.
Emotional damage.
I like that guy. Too.
Anywho, I will be back momentarily for the inaugural hot take. Stick around. I'll be back in just a minute. And welcome back, everybody. Like I said, we just finished recording the meat and potatoes of the show, but I was going to do this last episode, and I totally fucking forgot because, I'm old and I forget shit. But this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And this is a new segment I'm going to be doing on the show. I won't be doing it all the time. Definitely will do it as often as I can. But this is what I'm going to call the hot take. And this particular week, the hot take is going to be toxic fans. Now, I am guilty of this as much as anybody else. And that's why I feel I should talk about this, because I've kind of toned it down a lot. However, I see on all forms of, and I'm not even talking about sports. That is expected. I expect people to talk shit about the baseball team that I love or the football team that I love. It comes with loving the team. I accept that for what it is. So I'm not talking about that. That will never go away. The toxic people I'm talking about are the people that hate on things that haven't even come out yet. I'm talking in particular about the new Superman trailer that dropped a couple days ago. To me, it looked intriguing. I cannot wait to see it. I want James Gunn to prove me wrong, because when I first heard about this and that first picture we saw over a year ago, it looked like it was going to fail miserably. We got a little teaser trailer, definitely sparked interest, and now watching the trailer, I am fully invested. I cannot wait for tickets to go on sale so I can buy mine, and if they have special popcorn buckets, I may actually buy one. I don't know. I didn't get to buy a Star Wars one. But what I'm talking about here is that in the trailer and on Facebook, on YouTube, on every social media platform, everything it's the same fucking comment. It looks like it's going to suck. It looks like it's going to suck. Oh, this new guy playing Superman looks like he can't do it. You know, I remember maybe over a decade ago, I forget when Man of Steel came out, but people said, oh, it's not Christopher Reeve. Oh, it's not Brandon Routh. And Henry Cavill has become one of the most beloved actors to play the role since Christopher Reeve. And people were bummed that he didn't get re-signed when DC was doing this whole reimagining and rebooting of the DC extended universe. People were up, myself included, I wanted to see Henry do it. I wanted him to continue on, but they're starting fresh. The only actor that got to stay in the DCEU was Jason Momoa, but he's playing fucking Lobo, not even Aquaman, which I think is cool. I think that's a better character for him. But my thing is that if you're hating on something that hasn't come out yet, or even if you're hating on something that's been out for a minute and you're still hating, like I talk about The Last Jedi, that I forget her name, the actress that was attached to Finn, and oh, she's a horrible character. You know, she got so many fucking threats that she thought about fucking killing herself. These are the fans of this franchise that are killing the franchise, that are never happy. Whatever gets put out, they're not happy. The Acolyte comes to mind. People were hating it before it even came out, and the ratings for it stunk because people were like, oh, I'm not going to watch it because of this. I'm not going to watch it because of that. It was a decent show. It was a little slow at the beginning. I expect that. But it got better, and we saw some things that we'd never seen before. We saw somebody bleed a kyber crystal red. Never seen that in live action before. It was fucking incredible. But yet they canceled the show because the ratings were horrible. Now people are actually starting to watch it and going, oh, it's not that bad. But yet a year ago, they were talking so much shit without even watching a frame of the show. My advice to everybody out there, before you have an opinion on anything, watch the fucking program before you have an opinion. And if you're going to hate on something before it comes out, then you are the fucking problem. You are the reason why they're putting out shit, because of you. And that's 100%. If you don't, and again, if you don't agree with me, you're part of the problem, because I used to be that way. And I've kind of toned it down. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this movie and see where it goes. Like Thunderbolts. I didn't think it would be that great of a movie, but I still wouldn't watch it because it's a fucking Marvel movie. And guess what? It was fucking great. It was fucking awesome. I didn't leave any bad remarks about it. You know? I mean, I don't like that they changed the title, but I get what they're doing, and that's fine. It all comes together to one big story. But my thing to everybody out there if you're guilty of it or not, if you have negative comments about shit that hasn't come out or has been out for a while and you're still hating on it, you're the fucking problem. And you should probably not. The social media, the internet gives everybody a voice. The problem with that is that not everybody should have a voice. And I've been saying that for a very long time, and I will stand by it. There are things that I don't agree with, but I don't say shit because I don't need to get involved in whatever negativity is going to come with it. And that's with anything, including politics and religion. I stay the fuck out because I don't need any backlash and I don't want the backlash. And 9 times out of 10, probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's where the problem lies, is that half these people don't know what they're talking about. And yet they still spill their opinion that they're entitled to, but their opinion is based on nothing. It's not based on facts. It's not based on truth. It's based on stupidity. And at the end of the day, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's a basic thing that I learned as a child and have, for the most part, stuck to. I've broken that rule a couple of times, but it is what it is. I've, apologized for said actions. But at the end of the day, if you have nothing nice to say, don't fucking say anything. And if you watch the movie and you don't like it, then by all means, say what you got to say. But if you've never seen a reel of the tape at all, don't fucking talk. Keep your fucking mouth shut. And then when you finally watch it, if you watch it, some of you are, I'm not going to watch this Superman. It's not the Snyderverse. I'm like, get off his dick already. That movie was fucking shit. I'm sorry. That movie, and the fact that they made it 4 hours long plus, it was just added shit to make a bad movie worse. It sucked. It was horrible. Get the fuck over it already. The only good movie he's made is probably 300. And that's a great fucking flick. But the point I'm trying to make here is, because I'm rambling, the point I'm trying to make here is that keep your negative comments to yourself. Period. The internet would be such a better place if people were nicer to people. I get it. It's easier to be mean to somebody that's across the country behind a keyboard. For somebody who was bullied as a child, that fucking sucks. I don't like that. I don't like bullies. I never have. I'm very Captain America about that. I don't like bullies. And yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't, like, again, if you like it, say what you got to say. If you didn't like it, say it, but don't be negative to other people that like it. You know what I mean? Not everybody has the same fucking taste. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Some people are going to love Superman. Some people are going to hate it. And that's just a fact. But don't hate on people that liked it because they understand what's going on and what the true story is. Half the time, the people that hate are hating just because they can. And because no one else is going to say anything to them. Well, I like to think that stops now. I know I'm one person, but if I can just convince one person to stop, then I've done my job. Sorry. That is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a very long time. And I'm finally glad I had the smarts to do it here. Granted, I didn't write anything down. This is all from the top of my head. I'm sure if I wrote things down, it would have been more heartfelt, but I feel like it's more heartfelt if it's just off the top of my head. Anyway, enough of the negativity on my end. I hope you enjoyed the show today. And like I said earlier in the intro, we'll be doing a weekly show. We will be taking Memorial Day weekend off to enjoy time off. I personally cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this since fucking March. So probably going to binge. I'm probably going to catch up on The Boys. I have not. Oh, and shit, I need to watch Cobra Kai. I have not watched that yet. But with that being said, like, subscribe, and follow not just my show, but also Charles and JP shows. Again, the links will be down below in the description. I want to thank you for listening to me. And even if you don't agree with what I have to say, we can agree to disagree. I'm not gonna unlike you if you don't agree with what I have to say. I'll listen to what you have to say. And again, I may not agree with it, but I'll listen to you. I'll give you your 2 minutes. And I like to think that we can still be cool. If not, then that's not my problem because whatever you believe in, if you think Lord of the Rings is the greatest thing ever, then that's your opinion. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm rambling again. Again, I want to thank you for watching or listening. This will be a video podcast going forward, at least for now. For that being said, I am the Josh Zodiac. This is the Josh Zodiac podcast. I want to thank you for watching and for listening. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and leave a comment. I want to hear what you have to say. Until the next time I see you, on your left.